people, they be hating.
Welcome to my world.
You know?
I'm going to get this music going.
I wish y'all could have came Monday at my mom's house. It was so much food.
Yeah, baby. What up, y'all? This your boy from Monteroy, your man 50 Grand, Darian D. Silk Sims. Breakfast at Silky's, brought to you by Awesome 90.9 WSLK, the American Silk Radio Network, where it's always all silk, all the time. Sponsored in part by Q's Lounge, 8404 South Kedzie Avenue, the home of that smooth karaoke mothership, each and every Tuesday night, 6:30 start time. Tell a friend, bring a friend. Family, what's happening, y'all? It's good to see y'all. It's good to be with y'all. And we got a special guest in the studio with us, but we're going to definitely talk to her because she got some big things going. But before I kick it off, man, and before we get into the state of what we're covering, just going to talk about it real quick, man, because this is my peoples that's here with me today. Talk about them 90s, man. Come on. I'm saying this out loud. I don't care what nobody say. I think all the individuals in the building, because the governor is in the building too. Yep, and my guest, before I completely introduce her, because I'm trying to keep y'all like wanting, that anticipation. It's almost like when you about to get that number and you feel like, yeah, she gonna give it to you. And yeah, so that's what I'm building with y'all before I even talk about her. But she from the 90s too. That was the best era. Best hairdos, the best clubs, the best school times, the best athletes. I mean, quick story before we get into my guest today, man. Y'all didn't know that your favorite karaoke DJ now, I was a member of Hyde Park Career Academy. We were the Hyde Park Indians at the time, but they've changed the name into the Thunderbirds, trying to make sure that we're not offending people. But I had an opportunity to have a brief yet impactful run-in with one Juwan Howard of the CVS Cavaliers. Yeah. I happen to be a freshman, trying to represent, standing on Jeffrey, on 87th and Jeffrey. We all know what school is on 87th and Jeffrey, and I'm coming from 62nd and Stony Island, our rivals. And of course, this freshman, Hyde Parker, talking garbage. Of course, this giant-ass, tall-ass motherfucking monster walks out named Juwan Howard, and he politely just smacked me upside my head because I was talking about being a freshman and we ran it. And he was like, no, CVS runs it. And yeah, they did that day. And I had to just. So, yeah, 90s. Good times. Yeah, good times. Dude, okay, so let's go into what we on today, y'all. Check it out. What state are we covering? You got any questions? If you want to chime in, please leave a comment. Hit me in the inbox. You can call me, text me. I don't care. But make yourself be heard. The state we're covering today is the state of entrepreneurship, and I am with one of my friends. I mean, this is one of my peoples, man. This is family. I hate calling family your friends. This is my family, man. We done broke bread. Her mama done scolded all us and be like, you need to, teaching us. Her mom was cool. I ain't on that. But be that as it may, y'all, with me, talking about the state of entrepreneurship, and we covering some health issues as well, man. I need y'all to give it up for the fabulous, the beautiful, the phenomenal, the incredible, my girl Akila and the Bee. What's up, Keela?
What's up?
Yes, that's my girl Akila.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
ABJ, baby. Yes. AJB, get it right. That's Akila Josephine Brown, y'all. So, this is my family, man. Keela, welcome. Thank you for coming to join us today.
No problem.
Okay, so we're going to chop it up first before we get into all the stuff that you do, because you got some stuff going, man. And if you know, you know. But if you don't know, you're finna know. She got some stuff going, but I got to chop it up with you for back in the day, man. You were 90s, baby, man. But you was back in the day when Jordan was winning championships, right?
That's right.
What you do when the Bulls won the championship? What's your favorite memory from back when they?
I remember that I threw parties for my friends to come out to, and my mom, she allowed it because she knew we was real Bulls fans. And I remember we all got out on 75th and Stony Island in the car.
Come on.
When the Bulls won, it was all of us. It was Tim, you, me. We acted the fool. We got out the car and started shaking it up. That was the thing. Shaking it up was the thing. So, yeah.
So, and back then, cause you absolutely right, man. We was in the car. You remember what car I used to drive back in the day, right? I had that tracker.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah,
we take that little top off the tracker, we flip it back, and we took the mug off, and we was all on that tracker. Teenagers in a new tracker riding around the spare, the Bulls winning it. Man, come on, man. Yeah, you did have some fat parties. I remember. This is the most embarrassment I do. I can't embarrass Akila. Akila don't get no fuck. But I remember you had one party at the crib, and we was kicking it, and we all decided that we was gonna play. It wasn't spending. It was like truth or dare.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say, y'all, because you know dang on well when you hear truth or dare, and we wasn't drinking yet. I don't think. Well, maybe I wasn't. 'Cause I was still playing baseball. But truth or dare always spawns a good time. So.
Chaos.
Yeah, man. I'm sure thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, Big Angie was in there, Jocelyn was in there, Tim, Key One running around. So that's all we gonna say on that. We ain't gonna. That's it. Keela, like I don't remember that shit no way. That was like 30 years ago.
Yeah, I do. I'm just not talking about it.
Yeah, baby. So, man, Keela and the B, man, you got some big things going on, sweetheart. Tell us. Let me hit your first question because I got tons of them for you, but. Actually, just give us a little bit about you before I start probing you and giving you all these questions. Talk to me about you. Who is Akila Josephine Brown, man?
Okay, so I started out as a child wanting to cook. That was the first step.
Oh, okay.
At 9 years old, because I was a cookie monster. And I like to eat cookies. And I really liked helping. So I asked to be taught how to make cookies. Got the family circle book. Everybody knows what that's about. And started making all these cookies for the holidays and then work my way to potato salad. You know how everybody has their levels, like they say in the movies of soul food and so forth.
Okay, good
I
question
had
for you
things
right
like
there.
that.
You said you make potato salad?
Yeah.
Do raisins belong in potato salad?
No.
Okay, I was just checking. Okay, yeah, continue. Okay, so you heard it here first. And Palmer over there like, but what the No, it ain't nowhere in hell raisins belong in potato salad. Okay, continue, Keila and the B.
So,
I had to get that out. Come on.
After that, as our time went over, I started having parties. My friends would spend the night and they would stay and enjoy my food. So I started making real meals. Even started cooking for my grandfather when he was hospitalized. Okay. And I guess it just became a passion. I enjoyed doing it. And I even started sampling a little bit with cannabis just on the slide. Not really knowing where I was going with it, but I had been starting on, some of my endeavors that I'm into now.
Okay. All right, well, don't give away all the honey, man, because I got questions. I want to definitely touch that back. Definitely. So she was learning how to cook. Now, that's something that we need to definitely pay attention to because I'm not sure that the youth of today are learning how to cook like they're supposed to, man. You think the kids of today are coming up really knowing what cooking is supposed to be like, man? Some? No, man, because I know my shorties, they can cook for survival. But you remember back in the day, man, I mean, my mom had me, and I will never eat these damn things, never have. I may have tasted them one time in life. My mama had me cleaning chitlins. Oh, no. Come on. And that's something that we ain't happy about. I didn't understand, but chitlins, I don't give a damn where you are from the sound of my voice to the inside of your ears, chitlins stink. So if you came to anybody's kitchen and they had you cleaning some chitlins, you was getting learned, not they were teaching, you were learned how to start cooking Southern. So Keila and the B, she dug it, she started cooking, and then you evolved it into including cannabis.
Yeah, well, I was a smoker. I was a head I was.
How you know you can eat cannabis? I mean, I'm just asking. You know, I mean, trust me. I like edibles
me
too,
and my
y'all. So I'm
play
not
brother
yeah.
Greg and some other people were messing around and was like, you know what? Let's try to make a shake with this, and we did it, and it worked.
That's the first thing you tried to make.
Boy, did it work.
A shake.
A shake.
If you want the recipe for said shake, please inbox Tequila.
But at the time, I had no idea that I was actually doing this correctly.
Okay.
You understand? Just dabbling, but you know, I was into the other world. Can't get into that, but
Got you.
know,
Yeah, don't get yourself in trouble. Oh, this is an American podcast.
So,
we ain't bothering nobody.
I had a lot of time to be close to that.
Yeah, okay. A chemistress. I like that word.
Yeah, that's chemistry.
Yeah, okay, chemistress. Yeah, that's the shirt, man. Okay. So, yeah, y'all came up with a little something and it actually worked out for you. So, with the education that you've been seeking, because you're very like one of those, you're like what I call a savant. Your mind is not just the average mind. I mean, we all think about stuff, but you be taking it like a step beyond what the normal person does. So, when you figured that out, okay, I done made this little concoction and it's pretty good, it tastes good, and it's doing what's necessary, and it's actually helping because it's some folks need to kind of be, hey, that glaucoma is real. You know, you may need to, hey. So you came up with this. Mm-hmm. So what made you, did you like further your education about it? And
Well, I figured it out. I started looking up how to make brownies and so forth. And then when we would have parties and like my old crew, Humble Quest,
Okay.
you know, or sign that, I would make them like stuff like that and sell them or whatever. And that showed me the path. And then, I started getting into some other endeavors, mixing chemicals like hair, like locks.
Okay.
And I started realizing that because, at first I was like, oh, I want to be in computers. I want to be in that.
Mm-hmm.
But, as time progressed, everybody kept saying you're a really good cook. You're really good, house guests. You know how to make them feel welcome.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely know how to, have a DJ or tell people where the hottest parties are. You need to get into something. This is at a younger age.
The hottest. I mean, I'm talking smack, man. Continue, man. Come on.
But like the Humble Quest is the foundation of me learning how to do parties and stuff. So I had a bit of a mix in my time.
Okay.
When I was growing up.
Okay, so who or what has been your biggest inspiration along the way during this journey?
Well, my grandmother was first because she instilled the food, and I got her skills with the hair. I do locks. I've been doing locks for almost 30 years. I even had locks 7 and 20 plus years in my life. And so I maintain and reconstruct the patterns and so forth and make products and oils and all that stuff to do that as well. So I do that as well. So I got into that, and then my Aunt Sarah, she was not a regular Joe. She was just like a regular person.
Mm-hmm.
She had 50 years in Operation Push Choir.
Okay.
She
Nice.
did work on a campaign for Obama.
Nice.
For him being in Congress and presidency.
Nice.
And had raised money. Her name is Sarah Riggins. And she was very influential in getting people to vote.
That's Auntie Sarah.
Yes.
Okay, she's still with us?
No, she passed.
Wow.
And everything that I'm doing here lately is a shout out to her and my cousin.
Okay.
They and my other ancestors that have gone on, and including my mom and other family. So I'll be like telling you bits and pieces about different people that made me get to this point.
Okay. Well, they definitely left a great legacy with you. I mean, I love your mom, definitely. Man, everybody knows I lost my mom recently. And don't take those moments for granted, y'all, because we don't think about it, man. I thought my mother was impenetrable and, moms be doing for us. But really, Mom is still here. Love her. If she's not, man, rejoice her and keep her legacy going on, man. We kicking it with Akila Josephine Brown, y'all. This lady has definitely, she's finished up some education, and we talking about a few things with her. So we're going to go into a little bit more. And if you got any questions, man, definitely you can chime in on the feed. Send me an inbox. Send Akila an inbox. She doesn't mind, because the woman definitely has a brain that you want to tap into and get some of this information, man. We can't take all this info with us, so she's willing to share it. So let's get the info. All right. What are the key experiences or moments that have shaped your business and the way that you're operating? And I really want to know about this business. So can you fill us in on that?
So I started out as A&B Fashion Connections. It was just a thing where I was going to start doing fashion shows.
Okay.
And I started out with my high school. That didn't go so well, but I was able to get 12 bottles of Armadale vodka. And I got some help from Lawrence Willis. Shout out to him. He makes our Albert Ray clothing line.
Okay.
And so me and him have always had a connection and done parties for our high school and stuff. So he knew this was something I wanted to get into. So it worked out. And so that's how I started. But then as the time went, like I said, all these creative parts of me really started showing and coming out. I started getting part of other magazines and started doing this and that. So I made a decision to branch out later on recently in the past few years, and started my own magazine, started my own podcast, and started my own cannabis and CBD business and social club. And I also have a foundation for Have a Heart, Give a Heart, because I'm a congestive heart failure patient.
Wow.
So I really changed, like, in different segments of my life because of the experiences, especially the congestive heart failure part. Recently, it would have been 12 years that I was diagnosed with congestive heart failure in May. So May was a special month. If you don't know me or you're not friends with me, I put out a calendar for everybody to do something for the month of May to try to be healthy heart. Okay. Because that's what I believe in.
Okay. Well, before you even continue, man, let me just... Wow. I wanted to give you a round of applause because... And it's not so much, we all go through things physically. But the fact that you've endured something physically and you were able to recover from it, and you've been recuperating from it for over 12 years, and now you're trying to help people not walk into the landmine that you had unfortunately had to endure, but you were able to come back from it. And you're doing a lot of things with mental, like, hey, we got to learn about it, man. We can't just think you can eat 1,000 hamburgers from McDonald's and that's just okay. No, you got to understand your body, understand life, and understand the way that we're moving and operating, man. So definitely, I'm so glad that you're still here, because we've lost a few, and that you here, sweetheart. You're going to be here until he calls you home. Ain't nobody dictating nothing but him. So I want you to be here another 40, 50 years, and then when we come back the next 40, 50 years, we going to be the ones that invent time travel, let me tell it, because I think we already built the pyramids, me and you. I believe we are connected. So this is my family here, but we did this a few lifetimes before. Hell, me and Palmer didn't probably chase down Jack the Ripper and caught his bum ass, because that's what we do. We are vigilantes. Man, hey, if y'all like this, subscribe, share. Make sure you let folks know that you're tuning into the Breakfast of Silky's podcast, brought to you by Awesome 90.9 WSLK, the American Silk Radio Network. We're sitting here with Akila Josephine Brown, just finished up some education, talking to us about being healthy and the way she's been in life, how she's navigated to where she is now. Because I bet you, and I'm going to ask you this question, Akila, and this is something I always ask people, and it's kind of see what your mind is. So, and I ain't never going to ask no lady her age, and I'm not doing that, because this is a woman, so if you're in my age bracket. So if you now could go back and talk to a 13-year-old Akila Josephine Brown, first question is, what would you tell her? And second question is, would she listen to you?
I would tell her, get off that bullshit you on, and that's what I'm going to tell her. And get up, because you're going to be great when you get 50.
You think she'll listen to you?
I think so, because once I explain who I truly am and from inside and out, my true self. That I think that she would, because I always knew that I was not just Akila because of that name. You know.
Wow. That's dope, because I always ask people that question that I know. I'd be like, what if I would go back and talk to a 13-year-old D Silk, he wasn't going to call himself.
My issue,
I ain't listening to me. I ain't going to listen. I'm going to run away and talk to strangers.
Then was being told that I couldn't do it in second grade. That hurt me the most. I had issues with vision, reading and comprehension, and a teacher, she scorned me. She's not alive, but she scorned me.
Okay.
And a lot of the teachers and the places that I went to school with were not reactive to me being creative until I went to another school and had to repeat the 6th grade. I'm not embarrassed because it was a plus. Yeah. And so this is the thing, I want to say this. I took a test at a school. It was a psychologist in freshman year. You all never knew this. And they found out that my vocabulary level was a freshman in college. I was never what they said. And so when I went to the other school, I learned how to do things through the computer and to make little synonyms and certain acronyms for me to learn. Because I was more of a creative child.
I got you. I can relate with that. Okay, man. So that kind of bring, you throw stuff out there and then questions arise. So how was high school at the mighty Bowen Academy? That's where you went, Bowen, right?
Rough.
I wanted to hear that from you, because I only know one person that went to Bowen that I can pick up a phone and talk to, and that's you. What was school going like?
Had to fight,
at Bowen
and stuff going through, because if you at the time hip hop was big, and everybody know I love hip hop.
Hey.
And house music, all music, really. Everybody knew I could do any dance, anything. And that was my thing. And it was a thing where some girls, they didn't understand that I wanted to switch into the clothing line. I still want I will admit, I was one of the weird kids like Blossom and Tipper's Bells too. Wearing tights with the suede shorts and the silk shirts and all that. I was one of them kids. And I, dealt with a lot of stuff, and I saw a lot of things. They set the school on fire at the school.
They set Bowen on fire, man.
The book room, just to.
Shouts out to Robert Shepard.
Yeah, and all kind of stuff. So I remember a lot. I remember it was race riots.
Wow.
It was we had skinheads in school.
Wow.
Haitian Mafia. We had it all. The Kings ran it. That's my part.
Dude, these are like stuff I had no idea. Bowen was in our section when I played baseball.
Oh, we know.
So, yeah.
Somebody said hi, Jeff Bell.
Oh, Jay Bell, for sure. Brethren Jeff Bell.
I grew up with him.
Yep, Jay Boogie, yeah.
Greg Bell and Jeff Bell. They my brothers.
Man.
They my brothers from another mother.
Man, Mama Bell still doing her thing. Shout out to the Bells. Love y'all, man.
Peace, my brother. You know what's up?
Man, so I'm like, this is the first time I've heard. It was like, you gotta ask folks. Everybody thinking Hyde Park was whatever, but man, so Bowen was like that.
Hyde Park. My father, Cedric Brown, my dad, rest in peace.
Yeah.
He went to Hyde Park High School.
Man, rest in peace.
In the early days.
Right on. I can dig it, man. Well, I'm glad you survived Bowen, because my only memories about Bowen, they had some Latino baseball players, and them boys could play. We made in 4 years, we played Bowen every year, twice. We may have had probably a 500 record against them, because them boys could play. It was some years they was whack, but some years they had some major leaguers in high school on that squad. So
we did have some good guys on there at certain periods when I was there.
Can't hate on Bowen on their baseball
But
team.
it was always a fight, so we were nationally known for jumping people after the game.
What?
Yeah,
Wow.
I don't care. It wouldn't be a boring football game without it. I mean, it was history.
Pretty much.
We
Well,
go down in history for that, for real.
shout out to Keela and the Beast surviving Bowen. Thank you kindly. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. Appreciate you. Man, that's all good, man. So now, since we're past Bowen, and now you've got this wonderful certification up in you, you graduated from Malcolm X. What's next on your path?
Well, I recently created a company called Cream and Chrome LLC, and we are. You got to get with the Cream and Chrome style, lifestyle. We're about health and wellness and education and cannabis and CBD education, and mental health, everything. We do sound healing. We do yoga.
Nice.
We have events where it is permissible to smoke, but it's always areas where it's designated, or we have a bus, party bus or something. We do have corporate events where it's separate, and we open up the floor for that. It's not an all the way, always right to the point thing.
Okay.
We do celebrate 420. That has been always our national holiday and everything.
Hey, I can dig it. Come
We
on.
started out doing 420 in small, like, different places, and at my where I lived at or whatever, and it was always been a blast. So now it's gotten bigger. Last year was the first year we had to cancel due to some things, but next year we're gonna make it big and make it profitable.
Okay. Nice. Excuse me. So this is where Akila's doing a thing, man. I would definitely say follow her. This lady, very interesting. Conversations you can have that aren't just standard conversations. She's definitely well thought out, learned, all that good stuff. Talk to Akila Josephine Brown, man. Follow her on Facebook. Let's see, one more thing for you, man. Do you have any events that our listeners can join you at? Because I will say,
definitely.
you got some 420ers out there. Plus the fact, you ain't got to do 420 if you don't want to, but join this lady. What other events you got going on?
Okay, so for the summer on June 14th, we have a pop-up on at the 1213 Community Center on 1213 West 63rd Street.
Okay.
We're going to be doing a Father's Day brunch. It's called Beats, Blunts, and Rhymes.
Hey.
And my husband and significant other, Khalif the Abbott, he will be the host.
Nice.
You all know him. He's original B-boy of Chicago, and also a member of Dem Dare. So we all know
wow,
him.
really?
Yes.
My cousin, he was one of the founding fathers of Dem Dare.
He's
Rolling Royals.
He's the first B-boy. He was the one they called.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
shout out, baby, Bacon.
So the situation is, we're starting at 11. We're gonna open the doors about 10:45ish, because I know some people come early and don't want to stand outside or whatever, and get started. Have people come in, possibly get some fruit or something.
Nice.
We're gonna start off talking a little bit, and then I'm gonna do my speech, and then after my speech, I will allow everybody to get something to eat. And we'll start up with our open mic, the people who want to come up and perform.
Nice.
You can do reggae, you can do open mic, like rapping. You can do singing. It's whatever you want to do. You can do a break dance routine. You only have 2 selections that you can do, no matter what type of artist you are.
Okay.
Also, I've changed the prices for the tickets. It's $10 to get in for one person, and for 2 it's $20. But the tickets will end the sale online on June 13th. So when you come on the next day, it will go up. It will be $15 for one person and $30 at the door.
Okay.
So we're gonna have waffles. We're gonna have chicken. We're going to have fried chicken, jerk chicken from one of our sponsors.
Okay.
I'm going to have breakfast, different type of handmade breakfast sauces like turkey, lamb. I'm going to have vegan choices as well.
Okay.
And I'm also going to have fruit. And I'm going to have basically maybe some other type like burger sliders or something like that because it's like a brunch. So we
Okay.
want to have a little mix of some things. We're gonna have some scrambled eggs because I know some people eat that, and some salmon hash, and I'm gonna have some hash browns and some salads and so forth. We're gonna make this real nice and real quaint, and we're going to do it big. I'm going to be selling some things at my table. I'm going to have bananarina, which is bananas, caramel with a tequila mixed with hemp. I also will have regular popcorn with sea salt on it. I'll have cookies. I'll have gummies, ginger candy gummies like that. I'll have regular drinks, of course.
Okay.
Still working to hear about the beer sponsorship. And also, I'm going to have Canvey wine. Also, we have some here today that I brought to share with my brothers.
Nice.
And I also will have some other things like regular drinks, possibly some teas, some lemonades, and so forth. And I'm working on making all my products bite-sized and manufacturing and making this, putting something on the shelf. I'll have body butters for pain. I'll have spray for pain, and possibly might have some bath oil also.
So my question for you with the food that's going to be available here. So is it all infused or is it some food that are infused?
Some selections are infused.
Okay.
I'm gonna have waffles where there's a section for infused, some is plain.
Okay, there we go.
Some people that might want to just have a plain waffle and just want the syrup. So I'm gonna have different ways for you to eat and enjoy. I'm not gonna exclude people because I want to be able to have everybody there, but I want you to know that you need to bring your fathers, you need to bring your cousins, your nephews, and all that, because after my main talk before we eat is very important. And I want to say this before we go to anything else. That men do not like to go to the doctor. They do not like to get their prostate checked. They do not like to do checkups. And so my speech will be about why should I give a fuck about my health.
Come on now.
So the reason why I'm so blunt is because, listen, that's the only thing effective for you to understand and listen to know what you need to do for yourself. As a man, as a woman, as a child, as a kid, we have parents to take us to the doctors. We have this, but how would you feel you not take care of your son and you telling your son one thing and you not doing it yourself? So you're being a hypocrite. Stop being a hypocrite. Stop telling other people to do this thing and you're not doing it for yourself. You best to believe I do. I deal with gum disease and all. I do all kind of stuff I got to do through the doctors and stuff. So I'm telling you, in order to eat to live, in order to add the extra 10 years or 20 years or whatever many years you want, you need to start taking care of yourself. Of course, you don't want to hear certain things, but in life, things happen. And either you accept it or you either you know, I don't know, just sit in your soaring in it. But soaring in it is not going to do nothing but speed up the process of your death, just to let you know.
Yeah.
So I'm real about this. I got a whole speech. I wrote things out. I even got a meditation format for you to do for yourself and everything. I'm going to make it real brief. I'm going to have a Q&A. I'm going to have vision boards. And if you all don't understand what a vision board is like a sheet of paper when it has several squares. And you write out what you want to do each day that you can change within yourself and so forth. So what I was saying about yoga and meditation, these are forms of the afterbirth of that. Once you figure it out and you put it up and you work on these things. Nobody's perfect, but there's nothing wrong with trying, making an effort.
That's right. Nothing beats a failure but a try, y'all.
One more thing.
One more thing. Come on.
Bruce Lee says, "Empty your mind, be formless and shapeless like water."
Bruce Lee said, say that again. I want to, yeah.
Bruce Lee says, "Be formless and shapeless like water."
Be formless and shapeless just like water. I can agree with that. The man. That's my girl, Lakeela Josephine Brown talking, man. I could definitely let her get that out. So is there anywhere like they can contact you, their website or email? How can people get in touch with you?
Well, right now the website is under construction.
No worries.
I do have a Popple card. I have a QR code that I will give to my audience and so forth out here today, and I'm gonna give it to him to give to you.
Yep.
And I also I am on Instagram as Ike Cream and Chrome LLC, Lock Lady 1, and also on Facebook as Lakeela Josephine Brown. I have a community health worker page, and I also have a magazine page called Levels Interest, podcast called Levels Lit, Have a Heart Foundation. I'm easy to find. You put my name, all these things will come up. But if you want to email me, it's brownakeela at 64@gmail.com. You can inquire about being a vendor, because we still need vendors. We need 3 more. I do have reasonable prices. You can inquire about being a future vendor, and you can inquire just about learning about some of the things I talked about today, or if you have health conditions and need assistance, you can contact me.
Hey, that's good information, y'all. It's Lakeela Josephine Brown. If you can't find her, which I'm sure you can always find me. Lakeela is a part of the community. She's definitely working in community affairs. She is one of the people that make a difference, y'all. So definitely, Lakeela and the B, my girl, it's been a pleasure. This has been a hell of a ride. Thank you for coming over, man. Come on, that's my people. Man, now this is what we do. If you got any questions, hit me up, like, subscribe. That's my time, man, and we do this each and every day. Let me do it, but follow your boy. 11 o'clock start time. God bless you. I love you. We done.
Peace.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah.
That was good.
That was fun, that big Motown deal. Y'all see, we getting Chatham is coming back, man. We getting our peoples. This is what we do. It's our time, man.
I know it's my time.
Absolutely.
It's
Yeah.
my time to shine.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, YouTube? Hey, thank y'all for tuning in, man. If you like the podcast, like, subscribe, share. That's American Silk Radio -811, y'all. Come join your boy. Kick it with us. Be a part of this. Help your boy get to where he's trying to get to. Because if I kick the door open, I'm bringing all y'all with me. God bless you. I love you. We done.